Hey guys, so I wanted to do a live to talk about life cycles and how life cycles typically work. When we are going through life cycles and you notice that things are going awry in your life or things are not going the way you want them to go, that's when you need to start switching up the way that you are thinking. That way, when the next life cycle comes in, typically a life cycle is like 3 months and then it will start over. So when you are in this 3 month cycle, you know, and you're not getting what you manifested or what you wanted, keep working on that manifestation because it could be coming in your next cycle. So, a lot of people they give up on their manifestations before they come in, thinking that it's not going to happen. And typically, before a manifestation happens, you have to lose something in order to gain that manifestation that you have created. So, say you want a new car, or say you want, I don't know, a new lamp or something like that. Typically, how it works is something will be taken away from you in order for you to gain your manifestation. So if you want to manifest a new car, keep manifesting that. And then when you start to see something disappearing from your life, don't try to hang on to that because that is spirit removing something from your life in order to bring in that manifestation. And it typically happens in life cycles of three. So every 3 months, a life cycle will switch up. So what you manifest in that 3 month period should come in the next 3 months, in the following 3 months. You get what I'm saying? So if you're manifesting something in 3 months' time, the next 3 months it should come in. So if you're trying to hang on to something that isn't there or that spirit is trying to take away, then you're hanging on to what spirit is trying to get rid of in order to bring your manifestation into you. So typically, if you hang on to that, you're not going to get your manifestation that you have worked so hard on because you're trying to hang on to something that spirit is trying to take away in order to bring in your manifestation. So, and spirit wants nothing but the best for you. So, spirit isn't going to take away something that you need. Spirit isn't going to take away something that you're not going to get back. You see what I'm saying? Spirit isn't going to do that. So if you're manifesting in your 3 month cycle and nothing is happening within your next 3 months of that life cycle, something is off. Like you're not listening to your inner guidance. You're hanging on to things that you shouldn't be hanging on to. Not only are you hanging on to things that you shouldn't be hanging on to, but you're not opening up to receive. Once you get into that receiving mode, that is when your manifestations are going to come into you. So if you are stuck in a mode where your heart chakra is closed, you're not open to receiving. If you are in a cycle to where you have a whole bunch of chaos going on, spirit typically shuts down your heart chakra during that time. And it's up to you to open your heart chakra back up so you can receive the manifestations that you have worked on for so long. Not only that, but when you go through a spiritual awakening, your heart chakra, like your heart chakra will typically get closed down. And when you start to work through the processes of the spiritual awakening and through the cycles that you go through during a spiritual awakening, your heart chakra will open back up. But when your heart chakra opens back up during a spiritual awakening, it's typically when you start to help others. It's when you start to learn that it's not about views, it's not about money, it's not about worldly things, it's about helping others and connecting with others and building that relationship with them. That's what it's typically about. So a lot of people, they don't understand that when they start a channel or when they do things, spirit knows why you're doing certain things. Spirit knows your inner self, and you can't lie to yourself. You can lie to the outer world all you want, but you can't lie to yourself. And spirit knows whether or not you are lying or not. So if you're doing things with malicious intent or with your and you're doing things to say that you want this or that out of it, you're not going to get that because spirit knows why you are here, why you are doing the things you are doing. So, but if you have good intent on things and you genuinely want to reach out to people and want to help people, spirit knows that also. And that's when your heart chakra opens up. And that's when you will start to receive a lot of the manifestations that you have worked on through the spiritual awakening process. So, with your heart chakra being shut down, you can't receive a manifestation. I don't care what anybody else tells you, they are lying to you if they tell you you can receive a manifestation with your heart chakra shut down. That's a lie. That is an utter lie. If your heart chakra is not open, you cannot receive your manifestations. You have to be open to receive. So when you start to work on your inner self during your life cycles, like one cycle is 3 months. So when you start to work on yourself during a 3-month period and you start to change the way you think, the way you do things, the way you process information, the way you really want to build things in your life, that's that's when spirit is going to see that you are changing and that you are changing for the better. You can't sit there and do things with the intent to gain. You know what I'm saying? Like if you are really doing something from your heart and from love and from openness and from sharing and from giving, spirit is going to realize that. And then that's when spirit will start bringing everything you want towards you. But if you're sitting there doing it out of just to gain material items, worldly items, or this and that, you're not going to get what you truly want because spirit wants you open to receive. Spirit wants your heart chakra open. Spirit wants you to know that you are here to help others once you go through that spiritual awakening. A lot of people don't understand that a spiritual awakening is here to wake them up and to help you guide others. I want to say. So a lot of people that's been through spiritual awakenings, they are the ones that typically run tarot channels. They're the ones that have like meditation channels. They're the ones that help you tap into your psychic abilities. They're the ones that are more in tune with the universe and with spirit. So a lot of people, they don't really understand what a spiritual awakening is until they have one. I know I didn't. I never even heard of twin flames before I had my spiritual awakening. I never heard of it. I wasn't into it. I wasn't into uh tarot readings. I wasn't into all that stuff. I was always drawn to like psychic abilities and things like that. I always knew I was clairvoyant, clairaudient, and things like that, but I wasn't into using my gifts to help others then. I wasn't I wasn't really tapping into spirit that way to help others. It was more or less to help myself. And now that I've went through a spiritual awakening and I've learned a lot, like a lot. Like I would receive downloads so much. I have notebooks full of information. Um Now that I have actually went through a spiritual awakening, it's like I want to help awaken others. I want others to waken up their heart chakra. I want others, to learn who they are so they can grow. I want others to tap into the universe to learn to use the power that they have. You've always had that power in you. You just have to learn to tap into it. And this is the thing. A lot of people they don't believe they have the powers that they do. You really do. You can do anything you want to do. It's the point of you believing in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, who else is going to believe in you? That's the main question to ask yourself. If you don't love who you are and if you don't believe in yourself, who else is going to love you and believe in you? You have to believe who you are and you have to trust in who you are before anybody else is going to believe who you are and trust in you. It's the fact of the matter of tapping into your inner self, your inner soul, and learning who you truly are on the inside and bringing that to the outside and sharing that with others. Once we start to learn to tap into our inner selves and tapping into what our heart is guiding us towards, that is when we are truly in that mode of helping others. And that's when, like I said, those 3 month cycles that we live by, that is when you start to receive the manifestations you've been working on. That's when you start to notice things have shifted in your life from going one way to another way. That's when you realize that you have the power within you to keep going and to work on your inner self and to put the truth out there to others. Once you start realizing you have all these powers within you, you have so many powers within you. I don't even want to get into it on this video. But if you only knew how many truly psychic gifts you have within you and how many abilities you truly have to tap into the universe, not only to tap into the universe, but use those gifts to help you and others, you know, things would be so much different. Like, man, one big thing for me is this: Christianity is, I don't know, I don't want to pass judgment on people, but Christianity is one of the main religions here in the United States. And a lot of church believers, a lot of people that go to church, and a lot of people that, you know, say they are Christian, they don't bother to read that Bible. That Bible tells you the kingdom of heaven is within you, within you. not outside of you, not some God sitting up in the sky. I'm sorry, but a lot of people believe that God is outside of themselves, and it's not. And once you learn to tap into that power of who you truly are and what you truly can do, you will learn for yourself that everything we have been taught, everything that we have been told to be the truth is a lie. And when you start to learn to tap into the power of who you truly are and what you can truly do, that's when you'll realize you are so much more than what we have ever been told. Well, guys, I was going to do some answering of questions on here, but I don't see anybody. So, all right, I hope this helps somebody out there. This information needed to hit somebody, or I wouldn't have did the video. All right, guys.